Today, woo, I've got the style and profile like never before.
Welcome to Black Irish Podcast. Hey there, and welcome to an all-new episode of Black Irish Podcast with myself, Brendan McCorkle, and Mike is here for 2023. How we doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
Crawford!
Welcome to 2023, people. Welcome to 2023.
Pop quiz,
How you
hot
doing,
shot.
man?
I'm fine. Pop quiz. Would you, if you could afford it and all this stuff, have robots in your life to do tasks for you?
Maybe. Most likely, yes, but I
Really?
also got that like 5% of fear. Like if they bad circuit,
Yeah.
what is the outcome?
I didn't even know if we would get to part B of this question, to be honest. That's why it was a pop quiz, because it was like, there was a very good chance that you'd be like, no robots in my home, besides the ones that already live here.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much already got robots doing shit for us. So if you ain't okay with that, then you might as well kill yourself because it's coming.
Well,
It's coming.
yeah. I'm gonna be one of those people that hold out and still drive a manual transmission. But what
Yeah,
tasks?
get to someone driving your car is going to be far-fetched because they've already tried that and there's been way too many accidents. But I'm talking about grocery store, McDonald's, like that type of shit. That's coming soon.
Oh yeah,
Like
for
that-
sure. Yeah,
that'll be
the
here soon.
Uber Eats is gonna be, Jetson Treats or whatever. It's gonna be something where
Yeah.
robots just go pick up your food and deliver it, and you're done. But
There's like 4 people working at Amazon Fresh, like 4. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that's all they employ.
the
You walk in Amazon
restocking
Fresh,
shelves.
and they're all restocking shelves.
Do you think that the workers at the
They don't have any
Amazon
people.
Fresh, like at the robot warehouses, like their job is to make sure that the robots are clean? Like their only job is to service the robots now, and it's gone completely backwards? Because that's almost where we're at, is where just humans
Yeah.
are basically only in the workforce going to be used to service the robots that are doing the job more efficiently and precise than them.
Exactly.
That's why art's going to make a huge comeback. I'm excited about it. Okay, what would be the tasks, like if you had a robot in the house? First of all, what would you name your robot?
Molly.
Molly?
Yeah, like Molly the maid.
What's Molly the maid?
You never heard of Molly the maid, like the company?
Oh, Molly maids, the topless ladies that clean your home?
I don't know if they're topless.
Oh, they're topless.
No, shout out to Molly maid. I just seen the cars and stuff before, man. So.
Yeah, see? Well, there you go. So you want a topless robot named Molly. That's cool.
No, I know what a topless robot brings.
Are there... Mine would be Tobor. You can figure it out.
Tobor.
Yeah. That one's not too tough. But what would be the tasks around the house that you were like, no, I'll do this myself. Thank you very much. Like making your bed, fine. Let the topless
nothing I would
robot
do
maid
myself.
make your bed. It's kind of part of the gig, I guess. Are you going to
No,
make
they
it
can
wear
do
one of
everything.
those dainty little skirts, you misogynistic prick?
I wouldn't make her wear a robot can be butt naked. I don't care.
Oh, so now it's got to be in the nude completely, not even topless.
I mean, you don't gotta be in the nude. Like if
Mike's
it
got a
comes dressed,
sex
it can
robot
stay dressed.
making his bed for him after he jizzes all over its
Nah,
butthole.
buddy. Just don't care what a robot has on because it's a fucking robot, Brick.
That got weird.
So
quick.
whatever.
All right, so
Yeah.
okay, so what are the tasks that you would not have your robot do?
Anything sexually. Otherwise, the robot can do it.
Really?
I ain't like sexual.
Yeah, you cannot have a robot jerk you off. Like,
Yeah,
last
they
thing you
make
need
it
is
look
that
sexy
thing
as
short
shit.
circuiting, clamping down, and then it's like one of those monkeys that rips your face
Or
off.
you could just not be into robots, so you wouldn't want them to do that anyway.
Listen, man,
How
nobody's
about
into
that?
jerking off, really, except for weirdos. It's just a maintenance thing. So, again, if your robot's doing the making the
It's
bed
just a maintenance
maintenance.
thing for normal people. I know dudes that do it like 3 times a day. That's not maintenance. That's
Okay,
fucking
well, first
sicko.
of all, it's maintenance if you're a maniac like me, and I do it probably at least twice a day, every day.
You're fucking sick, dog.
I think yesterday I jerked off like 7 times. I'm not kidding. No, I am kidding. I think it was 5.
Yo,
Maybe 4.
that is meat abuse. Yo, we're gonna call the
I got a
cops.
bit about it. I got a bit that I just started jerking off with Neosporin just because my dick has road rash.
That's a good joke.
Thanks. I think I'll keep it.
like
It has never not hit. Even if I'm bombing during a set, I just revert
You know
to
why?
jerking off and just
You know
inevitably
why
that
that's
one
never
pops.
not gonna hit?
Because everybody
If you tell
understands what I mean.
If you tell someone you jerk off 5 times in one day, they're gonna believe you.
It's
Fuck
kind of
the-
assumed, you know.
Fuck the joke hitting. It's the truth at this point, so it's pretty damn funny.
All right, so no robot jerk sessions.
So shout out to my homie that probably listened to this. I don't know if he listened to this, but if he does listen to this, he knows I'm talking about him. And my other homie on the West Coast is worse than you, dog.
Yeah.
So,
I'm by far the filthiest animal you'll ever meet in so many ways. I just am.
Yo, I don't even jerk my meat like 5 times in a month.
Well,
Like,
yeah, but you
what?
also don't this is not even saying anything against you though. But it's mainly since I've been exercising, obviously. Like my testosterone and everything is going through the roof, and instead of walking around like a madman all day long with all this natural testosterone, I just got to go rub one out from time to time. Try not to jizz on the
I
speaker.
respect you getting your
I'm good.
keeping your testosterone under order. My testosterone, I just take it out on people when I'm driving. I'm the most angriest driver
Yeah,
in the world.
I need to not do that. I need to be a calm person and whatever.
Well, maybe that's why I'm not calm. Even though I don't work out, I probably got built up testosterone every now and then, but I don't take it out on my man. Hey, Brendan, I live with you. I never knew you jerked off this much.
I mean, I didn't do it in your room while you were sleeping while I was clutching the
I hope
nightstand.
not, because then that goes from jerking off to weirdo behavior. So,
I'm glad that you call that weirdo behavior. Like I'm jerking off perched over you while you're sleeping. Like, it's just weird, man. That's how you know you have lived with me for a long time. Is you're like, listen, man, that's a little out of bounds for you. The bar is way too low.
I don't know how we got here, but thank you for getting us here, because now I've learned something new today.
I wouldn't let my robot cook for me. There you go.
wouldn't
That's a
let your
nice
robot
little
cook
button
for
on
you?
this bit.
Well, it depends. Can you set the levels? Because, I got to set mine to a certain level of seasoning.
You
I
can
don't know who created these robots. so,
well, it's you.
black
You tell the
seasoning, white
robot.
seasoning is a little different, but
It's one of those things where it's your robot. You tell what to do, but you don't know if it's going to short circuit.
yeah, but I need if
Or what if it tries to
works
poison you?
perfectly? If it works perfectly, I still need to know the ratio of seasoning that they're going to put on the food.
Sure.
Even though I would still prefer that they cooked, but I can just stand over their shoulder and throw some seasoning on there while they still cooking.
When you say seasoning, you mean salt, right?
It's more than salt that you could use for seasoning, but that's the bare minimum. Salt and pepper is the bare minimum.
Okay.
But you can go a whole bunch of different
But
ways.
you're
here.
saying, okay, so when you say seasoning, you say it as whatever you're using, you need a lot of it on it.
I don't need a lot. I need it to have flavor. Seasoning gives food flavor.
Sure.
So I need there to be seasoning on the food.
Got you. But I'm saying if you're
and as
using
a white man, you're pretty good with the seasoning. You know what I'm saying? You're not. So you're not your average white cook. So I'll give you that.
I know
Maybe your
everybody
food-
says I overseason everything. I'm like, whatever, dude.
like,
Overdress. I'm like, no, it needs more sauce. You don't understand.
So you season food. So you season food well. I've had your food plenty of times. I'm eating your food. You're a good cook. So I'll give you
Thanks,
that.
buddy.
But in my relationship with the person, it took some time to get to the right seasoning place, Took a little couple of meals and me to say, a little bit more salt and pepper here, a little seasoning salt there, But we got there.
Because we always got to go with Lowry's. Everybody uses Lowry's.
Lowry's. Everybody doesn't use Lowry's, and that's the problem. If you got some Lowry's at your house, you can always make it right, because Lowry's can make it right.
Either seasoned salt or garlic salt, and if you're really fucked, use both. And put a little spritz of Italian dressing on it for some acid. It'll balance it out. You could figure it out with those 3 ingredients. Lowry's seasoned salt, Lowry's garlic salt, and Italian dressing. Between that, you can kind of fix any little meal.
People don't understand that Italian dressing has a good amount of flavor to it. Like it's a flavorful dressing. So yes, Italian dressing can help you. And you can use Italian dressing as a part of your marinade, man. People, y'all gotta get y'all skills up.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best recipes that my buddies ever gave me. Shout out to my buddy JP. He was like a sous chef up and down the East Coast a little bit. I don't know how good he was, but he's a good home chef. And
I mean, he got promoted to sous chef, so he's at least.
And his big thing with chicken was like just Italian dressing, soak it in that for 45 minutes, and then season it however you want on the barbecue, and it's like beautiful every time. And it's true.
And if you're not good at seasoning and you just want to season to your liking, use mustard because it'll hold in what you put on there.
That is also a barbecue trick, is when you're smoking meats to get the seasoning to stick. If you just use yellow mustard, you can't get the taste of it. But if you use like a Dijon, like I like to use Dijon mustard. I'll use Dijon mustard and then I'll sprinkle whatever seasoning on it. And it just gives it that extra rich tang to whatever it is. And it helps the seasoning stick. So, yeah.
We on here cooking today. We got a cooking show for the first show of the year.
Then we'll just skip straight to, we'll go out of order and just go straight. We'll just keep it on the food thing. We went from robots to food. We'll keep it on food. Because I was going to tell you that last night I ate an entire birthday cake pie by myself. A Marie Callender's.
I follow you on social media, guy. If nothing else, I follow you on social media, so I knew you ate a pie.
Yeah, but it was a sad pie. Like I was like emotionally eating, and I just like shoveled the whole thing. But it's like this. It's like an ice cream cake. Like it's a thaw and eat. So it's like it's way worse than a regular pie. It's like pie ice cream cake with frosting.
So you didn't eat a pie at all. You ate an ice cream cake. Cake
with
and
pie
is
crust.
not the same thing.
And cookie dough balls on it. I ate the whole damn thing. It wasn't even hard, really. I had to pace myself because it was going too fast.
I'm with you, man. I pray for you. I hope it gets better. Because that sounds like a girl laying on the couch watching a girl movie eating bonbon.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to do.
Clearly.
Yeah. But on a lighter note, I ate homemade chicken and waffles for the first time the other day. Not really, kinda. It was a joint effort, but it was like my wife made some waffles.
Explain that.
Yeah, so my wife made some waffles. I had made some chicken, like.
So it wasn't kinda. You had chicken and waffles.
Yeah, but it wasn't fried chicken. And so it was like a variation. So it was like, okay, we had the waffles made at home. I had some roasted chicken that I'd shredded like the day before, put some of that on top, warmed it up with some syrup and hot sauce, and it was delightful. It was the first time I've had legit at all chicken and waffles.
I take that back. Most of the time, the straightforward answer is a straightforward thing. Chicken with waffles is chicken and waffles. Shredded chicken on top of waffles does not qualify.
Exactly. Which is why I had to clarify.
You did not have chicken and waffles.
Because I knew you were going to not accept it.
Waffles and shredded meat. Like, I don't know what to call that. Like, there need to be some fried pieces of chicken for it to be chicken. Even if they're strips.
Okay, here's what we did for the kids. They had dino bites. So we put little dinosaurs.
They had chicken and waffles. They had chicken and waffles, and you had chicken and shredded shit. But it's okay. It was good. So
it was pretty good. It makes me excited to actually go and get chicken and waffles at a legit
I eat chicken and waffles legit once a week. I am fucking sad. It's this new place in my like area called Uncle C. Shout out to Uncle C. That was free promotion. If anybody in this area listen,
Give him a sandwich. Do you do a sandwich, or is that like fuck off, man?
It's a real waffle, and then they let you pick your pieces of chicken. Like I've never had someone where it wasn't automatically wings. No, Uncle C's, you can go in that bitch and get 3 breasts if you want. Like you can get 3 pieces with a waffle, and your 3 pieces can be a breast. I never get a breast because I'm not a breast fan of chicken, and women absolutely because I'm me. But and chicken, nope.
Really?
Don't want no breast. Breast is dry as piece of chicken.
You got to get thighs and drums.
I get thighs all day, and I get wings when I want to eat in the car.
So, I'm a drum guy in the car. So like I prefer.
Well, it's a drum on the wing, so I kind of just break it in both sides and just make it easy.
Yeah, I like the bigger fat, Yeah.
Oh, I'm born and raised a drumstick guy. Like if you ask me what piece of chicken, my preference is thigh then drum. Thigh is my dark meat.
Yep.
Drum is my white.
Thigh, drum, then breast for burritos.
On that subject, I need to get out. Do y'all have a good chicken waffle? I didn't have chicken waffle. Wasn't a thing in Cali.
Roscoe's or Dinah's?
I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking about?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you were saying. Like the chicken and waffle places out here.
I drove across town to get Roscoe's, and I said I didn't never have chicken and waffles when I was out there. I gotta come back. I gotta get the wall. I gotta go to Roscoe's, and I gotta go to motherfucking not In-N-Out, the burger place. What's the damn burger?
Five Guys?
No, Five Guys. We have Five Guys too.
Okay, that's why you always debate Five Guys and In-N-Out. That's why. Shake Shack?
There would never be a debate. Hold on, time out.
Okay, whoa, okay.
Let's rewind.
Okay.
There would never be a debate between Five Guys and In-N-Out.
I know. I pick In-N-Out, you pick Five Guys. That's the only reason why I threw it out there.
You pick In-N-Out, Brendan.
I've only had Five Guys once and it sucked.
Y'all Five Guys must be the burger comparison between Five Guys and In-N-Out is not. Like
yeah, but the accoutrement is what I like from In-N-Out.
The what?
The accoutrement, all the everything else besides the burger patty, I enjoy more at In-N-Out.
You can get all that at Five Guys. Don't worry.
I'm sure, but I went there once and it sucked, and it was like $16. Or I go to In-N-Out and it's $7.
A lot of times, and I'm sure it sucked every time. I promise you it did.
All right, so wait, am I guessing your burger joint on the West Coast you got to go to, or
I can't remember the name of it. It's like Good Burger or Big Burger or something.
Fat Burger?
There you go.
Good Burger was a great movie. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Actually, I need to look into coming to Cali like ASAP for like a weekend. When's my next holiday?
Come out for St. Patty's Day, Dick Weasel.
It's too far away. I don't want to wait that.
Oh, yeah, because you're out here so often in between.
Yeah, bro. Like I have personal issues. That's not.
I know. So then why don't you just? Here's the thing, Michael. Why don't you just plan for the future, and if you don't go, reschedule, or if you go in between, cancel your trip?
But no, I can plan for St. Patty's. I can actually plan to try to come again on St. Patty's, but I need to come before then.
Go to Vegas and St. Patty's. Vegas, St. Patty's, and then we drive home to Vegas or home to LA, and then you fly home.
And my boys are trying to plan a Vegas trip.
So let's do it for St. Patty's Day.
I don't know if they can make it happen. We'll see.
Okay. All right. You can go faster. They can't. I don't know what's happening. I'm not even wearing pants right now. So
please don't stand.
I'm not going to. So chicken and waffles. Okay. That's a classic food pairing. I did want to say, are there any weird food pairings that you have? That's like a mic thing and people are like, whoa, dude.
A mic thing?
Yeah.
No.
You were about to say something. What were you going to say when I said like classic food pairings?
I was going to say like, I got some classic food pairings in my neighborhood that you probably would have never had in your neighborhood.
Okay, so throw those at me.
Hot dogs and beans, dog.
Yeah, everybody does hot dogs and beans.
Oh, okay.
Franks and beans, man. It's a whole thing. I love that you think that was only to you. That's all poor people, buddy. Fried bologna.
Monkey bread. You know what I'm saying?
Monkey
You got
bread.
the biscuit. Yeah, them biscuits with that butter and
The
that
cinnamon.
brown sugar.
Yeah, okay. Yep, monkey bread's good. I don't know how to
Bro,
make
end
it,
of the
but it's
month.
good.
Oh, we made it the ghetto style in the microwave, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I knew how to make monkey bread before I actually learned at home ec. Because at the end of the month, when you're waiting for that reload, food stamp reload,
Yeah.
bro, you making whatever's in the kitchen, man. Whatever's in the cabinet, you gonna make a meal out of it. That's how first time I ever had a surf sandwich, man.
That's maybe
Monkey
how I got
bread.
on mayonnaise and scrambled egg sandwiches. Just white bread, mayonnaise, and scrambled eggs. For whatever reason,
That's a hell of a sandwich compared to a surf sandwich, bro.
it's
Surf sandwich
delicious.
it's so because the bread is all soggy and it's so bad, but you just feel the need to put something between the bread. So
I
you
used
go for
to
anything.
when I was poor on my own. I lived with my grandmother. She died, and I was just in the house by myself for a few months. And I was so broke that I literally had like $15 for the week for food. That was breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 days during the week. And so I bought a 12-pack of Coke. I did this like for a month. Bought a 12-pack of Coke and a large jar of peanut butter, which was like $7. A lot. And then the thing of Coke was like $4. And each night I would have one Coke, one scoop of peanut butter. So I'd take a giant scoop of peanut butter and then chug a Coke, and it would get all the bubbles all full in my stomach. I'm like, all right, I'm good. That was my one meal a day.
Dang, too bad you don't like those cheap TV dinners because they be like if you buy them in bulk, they're like $1. You could have bought you 4 or 5 of those for the week, like the Salisbury
Yeah,
steak,
but the
little cheap
problem
ones.
was if I did
Especially back in our day.
actually eat something, then my stomach was like, "Oh, okay, we're opening for food." And I was like, "No, I can't afford to be hungry." So I had to keep like my stomach on a tight regimen of we only eat what we have to survive.
Yeah, see, it was never because as a kid when we were poor, but we had food stamps and shit. Like shit got bad end of the month, like I said, but I would still
Yeah, milk and eggs. It was like
I
if
would just go fucking steal. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, it
I
didn't
had 4
steal.
brothers.
We
I
did
had
do
4 brothers. I mean, I had 3 brothers. I said 4 brothers. It's only 4 of us. So I
yeah,
had
4
three
total. I was
and a
like, you
sister.
added somebody.
Yeah, I had 3 brothers. I had 3 brothers and a sister. But like, yeah, every month we would put together shit that we had, and if it came push come to shove, I was going to the store to fucking steal, bro. Like, that's it.
Yeah, you gotta eat. Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
until the first of the month. When the food stamps dropped, we had plenty of food, but it was 4 of us, so it wasn't no about rationing. We didn't ration, and that was our problem.
Yeah.
Like we didn't ration it out thinking about the entire month. Like,
Yeah.
we ate at our leisure, and we were full grown boys, and sometimes it ran out before the re-up game. So, you know what I mean? It was like, so most of the time the shit that you got to cook was still there because we weren't cookers. So like frozen chicken, spaghetti, meat. Like my mom would always have food to make us for dinner. But like snack food, oodles and noodles, all that type of shit that you eat during the day, bread, like we would always run out of that shit. 4 boys in the house and our friends, everybody eats.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I feel you on that. I mean, I'm 3 of 6. So there's always just people trying to eat up in the house. Oh man.
Beautiful thing is now none of those words. I eat what the hell I want when I want.
Look at you. Thriving. Just quickly. There's now that everybody's on their New Year's resolution thing. I just thought of this because I go to the gym and there's one of those, motivational banners all over the place, and one of them says something like don't just survive, thrive, or something like that. And since I'm not a usual gym goer or a typical gym goer up until, I don't know, a few months ago, 6 months ago, I forgot that it's going to be packed to the gills for the first month of January. I'm just like, ugh.
If you're a real gym goer, you know to not take the first 2. This is your relax time.
This is your take off 2 weeks.
Off, yeah.
See, but here's the thing, is I'm just going to embrace it, and I'm just going to watch, like, giggle as each day less and less and less and less people come, and I'm just going to be like, Okay. It's like when
Yeah.
my favorite part of American Idol was watching people cry. So my favorite part of going to the gym for the next month is going to be watching people give up and not come anymore.
Well, not seeing them actually cry, but that was my favorite part of American Idol too. The first 2 weeks, like watching Simon Cowell trash people.
Oh,
Like, that's
yeah.
the
And
best
then
part
there
of
are
the
ants
show.
outside like, I thought she's a beautiful singer. And it's like, nah, she doesn't even have all her teeth.
Y'all know damn well she couldn't sing, but y'all
Yeah,
wanted her to
it's
find
awful.
out for sure. So
That's
y'all
when
told her to
encouraging
come
your
in.
kid to do whatever they want to do goes wrong. And it's like, protect them a little. But it's when they're like 22-year-olds and they're like, I left my parents' house. I moved out because they don't understand my dreams. And I came out here and this is my only shot. And then they suck and they're like, you better go begging back to mom. Hopefully you weren't an asshole on the way out.
Yo, no, that's right, man. Like that'd be the bullshit.
Or maybe that's where we get all the janitors at the LAUSD. Los Angeles Unified School District is all these failed people that came out to LA for their dreams. They're like, well, I'm not going home. So I'm just start sweeping floors and living in the boiler
room. I know at least
room.
3 people who are in LA right now who moved to LA for their dreams and are straight on struggle mode, but they're gonna keep trying. Which I can't be mad at.
Do they have
living
talent?
your dreams. I mean, to them they do. I think they're okay at what they try. I'm not gonna say they're great.
I wish you would have said 2 out of 3 and then just left it at that. For your friends, you know.
I know
Oh,
one who made it already, so it's technically is 2 out of 3 because one of the girls I know was in the movie Hunger Games, so she kind of
she died though.
through. I mean, they all die, right?
I don't know.
I didn't watch the whole movie, so I don't know.
I mean, the one lives,
Okay.
and then she goes on to do something with Bradley Cooper. I don't know. Oh, let's switch it to sports because guess who else is a bunch of fat losers? I think they should start their own support group called the Big Fat Losers that are in Brendan's Target Club group. And it's Trace Thompson and Derek Carr because Derek Carr just got benched and then just left. Like he's just like him and the Raiders just are not friends anymore.
Don't be so down on Derek Carr so fast.
What do you mean so fast? I was down on him and then you hyped him up from last season like he was going to be the greatest thing since himself, sliced bread, and then he doesn't even finish the season with his own team.
And he might be your quarterback next year, so.
He ain't going to be the Niners quarterback, bro.
The Niners love those type of quarterbacks, bro.
Nobody loves Derek Carr. That's the thing, is you got to get over it.
Pretty cheap, and you believe that you can turn any quarterback into being good.
Don't turn this on me. Don't deflect. Don't deflect. This is you standing up for Trace Thompson and Derek Carr and me putting the voodoo on him, and look at what happened to both of them. Don't mess with people's careers, Mike. I have power.
The Trace Thompson thing was a stretch from the get-go. So we
stretch from the get-go. What, for Trace to be good?
I mean, for him to get the prime time he needs to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Dodgers like star power.
Yeah.
He's going to be good in the NBA.
Yeah, he might be good in the NBA. He sucks in the baseball. He sucks in the majors.
He's going to be good in the majors. He's going to be good. He didn't get sent back down. He just got benched. He's still in the majors.
Yeah, he got benched.
Yeah.
After everybody was sucking his wiener because Steph Curry was going to the games. No, stop it. I hate it. Same thing, Derek Carr. You're making me ruin people's careers, Mike, because I got to point them out so hard, and then they listen to us, and then their confidence drains.
The Raiders are putting this on Derek Carr. He's having a decent season when their defense is ranked 32nd across the board. This isn't a Derek Carr issue, bro.
Look at time of possession, Mike. It's slightly a Derek Carr issue.
It's not.
It's mainly a Josh McDaniels issue. That guy's a shit.
You know why the time of possession sucks?
Why?
Because the defense is last in third down conversions. That's why the defense ain't never putting nobody off the damn field because they convert every third down. They're like 70% of third down against the Raiders. The defense is trash.
Correct.
And I don't even understand how your defense is that trash when you have defensive ends, both of them with double-digit sacks. So that means you have 11 people on the field, 2 are good. The other 9 must be really bad, like all-time bad.
Well, how's this? Okay, how's
you
this
know
for
any
Derek Carr?
linebackers for the
You
Raiders?
have Josh Jacobs, who is the leading rusher in the league. And then you also have Devontae Adams, who's one of the best wide receivers in the league. Granted, you had Darren Waller, who was out for a good portion of the season. But you have two of the best skill position players in the league, and you're mediocre still. He's garbage.
You're mediocre because you get the ball less than everybody else. Your defense is the worst in the league. Like, not second to last. They are 32nd across the board.
So you're telling me that you would trade Derek Carr for Dak Prescott next year?
No. I'm not. I didn't say that.
So you're saying that Derek Carr isn't very good?
Because Derek Carr only has 14 picks. Dak has that.
How many touchdowns does Derek Carr have?
I don't know.
Well, if he's got 14 picks, he's probably only got 22 touchdowns.
Is that what you think?
I'm guessing 20. Yeah, I'm guessing 22. Just off the top of my head, because he sucks so bad. He's about a 3-to-2 ratio.
I don't know how many passing.
What do you mean? You don't know how to work the internet all of a sudden? You were just there, man. You're so good at this.
Oh,
usually.
I didn't look up Derek Carr, but hold up. Now that you said it, Derek Carr has 24 touchdowns, bro.
Oh, so I was too off. 24-14. That's not a good ratio, Mike.
So who do you want to compare that to? Like, if you're not talking top 5, he's probably got the 6th most touchdowns in the league.
Okay, compare him to Tua, who has half a brain.
Tua is 25-8.
Okay, significantly better.
Significantly better. And where's Tua's defense? Tua gets a lot more opportunities to throw, and Tua is 2-yard passing to dudes who's running 80 yards. That's fucking bullshit.
Excuse me.
And how many games did Renfro miss? And how many games did Waller miss? Like, are we going to do this? Are we really going to do this?
Yeah, we really are, because you keep defending Derek Carr for no reason instead of just accepting the fact that he is not that good. Just accept that. You're defending somebody that you don't have to.
He's not that good, but he's not that bad. He's not that bad. Wait till he's playing for the 49ers next year. He's going to show the world he's great. Because no one would consider Brock Purdy good, but look at him. He was the last fucking pick in the draft. So nobody wanted him. Look at him now. He's got to get with the right system. Mayfield's been cut.
Derek Carr is going to go follow up in his stank-ass brother's footsteps, go back to fucking Houston, go stink it up there, and then retire.
He's going to show the world.
A loser in his, and then he's going to get on his mascara campaign and make millions like the Kardashians.
49ers or Commanders. He'll be a 49ers commander.
No, I think he could be a Texan above all.
Hell no. They're drafting their quarterback, buddy.
Yeah, and while they're waiting for him to come up, guess who's going to fill in the spot? Good old second boy Carr. D Carr. They just break out the old jersey. Just have him wear number 14 again.
Legit money. He's going to need at least $25 million a year. I don't know why you're so down on Derek Carr.
Because he sucks.
He's going to show you.
He's not even at the facility with his team.
Yeah, because they're putting the blame. I wouldn't hang with dudes who put the blame on me for a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch wrong with the Raiders. It is not a Derek Carr. So out of all the issues that are going on with the Raiders, a dude has 24 and 14, which is not great, but it's not bottom of the barrel. The defense is.
Look at Brock Purdy's numbers. I'll take Brock Purdy over Derek Carr any day.
Yeah, you're fucking smoking rocks.
Yeah, the San Francisco treat. Would you ever date an NFL referee?
Yes.
A woman?
It's cute. Yeah.
I didn't even say a woman. You just said yes.
There are women referees.
I know, but I just didn't specify. I like that you're just on it. You're like, yes, I like authority in football. I'll date a referee. Man, woman, child.
If she's cute. That was the end of my statement. So if she's cute. Because I don't date men. So yeah.
Really? You wouldn't mind the scrutiny of dating an NFL referee, huh? Like, what if she made a bad call in the Cowboys game and it cost them the playoffs?
That is her.
Would you break up with her?
No. How would I break up with her?
Because she just cost your team.
That would never happen. She would never make a bad. Like, it would have to.
No, you can't say that. I'm saying she did. I'm saying it happened.
It wouldn't happen.
I'm just saying it did. Your hypothetical girlfriend made a hypothetical bad call, or maybe it was a good one. But you think it was a bad call.
No, if she made a legit call, I couldn't be mad at her.
Okay, what if it was a bad call?
Bad call.
What if it was on a spot or like a goal line thing and she just miscalled it? She's like, no, Zeke didn't get in. Sorry.
No, they got instant replay for that.
I know, but what if it looks like he did?
But she's a human, man. She's allowed to make mistakes. I'd be mad, though.
Okay, so what if you were dating for less than a month? Would you break up with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right, let's move on to...
her out would probably lead to us breaking up. So,
it would be in the exit interview. Let me tell you what you can work on in the future. All right. Well, let's switch quickly over to college football bowl season. I ended up 24-17, which isn't great by any stretch of the imagination. However, it's not bad considering I picked them all pre-bowl season, not knowing who was going to play in all these games. You got some significant starters and some decent games out. So I'm pretty happy with... I'm not thrilled, to be honest. I wish it was closer to like a 27-14 would be more comfortable. Then anything better than that I'd be happy with. But considering it's a winning record, and even if you just bet money line across the board, you still... I would have won something, so it's an eke of a win. But that's mainly just to parlay us into the most interesting college football bowl games. Let's get it out of the way. We'll start with Notre Dame and a firecracker of a game with South Carolina, who should have lost. As to where Notre Dame starting quarterback, I sent you the little article after the game where Tyler Buckner's like, I think I accounted for 2 of their touchdowns. Motherfucker, you know you threw 2 pick sixes. Don't act like you don't remember vividly turning your head to the other end zone and watching them run in. I think I may have contributed. Come on, buddy. That's why you can't be a starter. You can't own it. Be like, hey, thank God we still won even though I fucked up twice. But Notre Dame wins. Hopefully that'll get them a couple of decent recruits, and I don't know.
Don't worry, they got the number one thing that they need. They don't need to recruit anything else. You bring in Hartman, and you let the other chips fall where they may. Because he's good. He's good. I'm not really a Notre Dame fan. I'm a fan of Hartman.
They have a chance to be dangerous next year. They have a chance to be what their preseason rank was this year, and like the expectations people were putting on them, which I was like, that's way too much. That's not good. I didn't think we were going to lose to Marshall, but I didn't,
Without that loss, you make the playoffs. Being that you're Notre Dame, you know that, right?
Well, the USC loss at the end of the year.
I mean, yeah, before
if we didn't lose to Marshall and we win out and have 2 losses, then yeah, we're
no. Marshall was you ended up with 3 losses, right?
4.
Oh, okay, never mind. I think that's right.
Marshall was our 3rd loss, and that's why I was like, after this, our season's over.
Marshall was the 2nd loss right after the big game that you had to start the season.
No, because we played Clemson, I want to say. Well, I'll just look it up right quick. Okay. Oh, gosh. All kinds of weirdness going on right now. Let's see here. It doesn't fucking matter now that I'm getting distracted by all this other bullshit. Anyway, so the other good thing was Tulane beat Michigan, Michigan. My brain is scrambled right now, Mike. Get me on track. Tulane beat USC. That's what I get for looking at my phone. Tulane beat USC.
Stanford.
Which was nice.
Lost to Stanford.
Yeah, we lost to Stanford. Stanford, USC, Marshall, and somebody else.
Ohio State, baby.
Ohio State. See? 4. Anyway. Tennessee and Bama rolled like we said they would. You were fighting me on the Clemson thing, and then you came back around. So if you bet those games,
the fucking
that was great.
Championship game. I wanted to see Michigan, Ohio State so bad. And
Oh, I'm so glad it's TCU Georgia. I didn't want Michigan or Ohio State in.
I definitely wanted both, and Ohio State definitely should have won.
Ohio State should have won. What did you think about that Michigan TCU scramble?
Wasn't no scramble. It was an ass whooping.
Yeah, the score does not reflect the game
The game was really an ass whooping.
Yeah, TCU took Michigan to task for quite a while.
What are you talking about? The end of the game? Like the one they tried to give him the fucking penalty?
No, I'm just telling you, what are your thoughts of the game? I just used a weird word like scramble, but I was trying to serve you up so you can start talking. What'd you think of the game? You're like, oh, this bullshit championship game. Okay, how about this one specifically? Let's go.
No, it was a pretty good. I mean, it was a lot of points, so I like that. But for real, it wasn't that close. Like it was like, oh, we go up 2 scores, then you come back and get a score and a field goal, then we score again. And we back up 2 scores, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it looks like, oh, it was close. It was a 1-score game. When really, they were 2 scores, pretty clear most of the game.
And then Ohio State, you feel like should have won and beat Georgia?
Yes. First of all, field goal kickers are not football players, and they shouldn't just be ass. Second of all, it shouldn't even have been that close. I told you.
Why?
Then it's not it.
What? Oh, I know Stenson. He's the bane of my existence. I do not care for that kid. But why do you think it should have been an ass whooping versus what actually happened?
Because they got some breaks their way, got a couple calls, went their way, Georgia's way. But, they didn't want it to not be Georgia after TCU had already won. Like, who the fuck is going to watch Ohio State and TCU?
Ohio State fans?
That's it. Because TCU fans ain't going to get no tickets.
Yeah. All right. So Georgia TCU, the spread's 12.5. I don't think
it shouldn't be that, but it could. The thing about it is it's line play, man. It's line play. Like I feel bad. TCU's line held up against Michigan though, so I think it might have a chance. But that boy from Georgia, that Jalen Carter kid is different. That kid is different, bro. But if their line can hold up, I think. But running against Georgia. But Georgia can't. Just like Marvin Harrison Jr., TCU has a really good receiver too. So what are you going to do with them?
See, I think that Georgia wins, but I don't think they can cover the...
I don't think they're going to cover the 12.5, but yeah. I want to see TCU win it. Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, I'm fine with TCU winning it.
Duggan.
Hey, let your boy come full circle. I'm fine with that. Let the Horned Frogs... I'd love to see Tomlinson on the sideline cheering on his alma mater.
You think he's going to come to the game? Hell no. That chump.
You just fucking hate on him so much. Oh, my gosh. By the way, Mike.
I dislike him.
I know. So guess what just happened to me, and I had to go the, hey, now. Watch the fuck out. It's one of those things where you, like, pick on somebody, and you're like, wait, that's my friend. You don't fucking talk about him like that. I had one of those situations where I was giving a dude a ride home, and said we were talking about... players doing drugs like Aaron Rodgers and ayahuasca and stuff like this. And he just cut his hair and he started playing better, all this madness. And I was like, well, dude, like LT used to do lines at halftime, man. He was just fine. And he's like, oh, and Tomlinson come out and just rip it. I was like, no. First of all, no, I doubt he does drugs. Second of all, there's only one LT and it's Lawrence Taylor. God damn it. And I had to take your side. And I'm like, man, this is why we can't have nice things. Because people don't understand. People don't do their history. So now I'm on your side with LT.
The hell is your time problem?
So now I will always, there's only one LT. Because of that confusion.
LD. That's what he should have called himself. Because he clearly has a learning disability. Even though LaDanian would have fit. He has a learning disability for calling himself LT. And he has a punk ass disability for not getting back in that game. But I'll forever just hate him for that.
I want you to watch his football life and then get back to me.
I've seen his football life. I don't care about it.
I know. That's the thing I love about you is you're just like, I don't give a fuck about you.
Oh, man, we had the same injury, but I'm a running back, so I have to cut, and he doesn't have to cut. He just have to do straight drop back so I can see why he played. No, he played because Phillip Rivers is forever a dog. Shout out to Phil.
Yeah.
And even though you didn't win any
I
championships,
mean, he's not great, and he has a
always
weird throwing
left it on
motion.
the field.
But he'll be out there
Left it out there, buddy.
talking
That's
trash.
it. That's all I can ask for you. Talking your shit while you doing it.
Yep.
Left it on the field. I love you for that. I love you for that.
17
the
kids.
boy didn't even want to get in to be a decoy.
I know. That's troublesome. You could have
I
had a
think Emmitt Smith
linebacker on you.
Fucking go in, jump over the pal, get rocked, have a fucking, what do you have? He separated his shoulder on a fake. On a fake.
I mean, yeah, but that's also pretty indictful of the kind of smoothness that Phillip Rivers had.
No. I'm talking about Emmett. I saw
Emmett.
Get his shoulder separated. Yeah, on a fake. To go out on the fake. He had a separated shoulder, but he went in the game and got hit on the same shoulder doing the fake. But the fake doesn't work if the backup running back's in there because we know his ass ain't getting the ball.
Yeah. Or hand it off to the backup running back. Ooh.
Well, I mean,
wasn't it Sproulsy at the time anyway?
No, I don't know who the backup running back was for them, but I don't care. They wasn't LT.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Punk.
It doesn't matter. Did you see
You
that
go out there every couple of plays and you just swing out the backfield and get attention and let that under route be open. That's it.
Yeah.
We ain't asked you to go out there and do nothing special. You wanted to get surgery on that knee either way, buddy. Surgery was required. Meniscus, whatever it was required. You weren't in pain because you were standing on the damn sideline, so there was no pain involved. Me and LT have a real beef.
Would you ever shake his hand if you met him?
No.
Oh!
No, I don't. I'm not one of those fake dudes, dog. I don't like you.
Would you tell him that he's got a spaghetti knee or his vagina's located on the back of his knee?
We had a conversation. If someone was like, yo, like say we walked in a room.
Say I introduce you as, hey, I just met LT in the other room, and he wanted to say hi,
I walk in the room,
and then LaDanian Tomlinson walks through, and you're like, hey, Bren, what's up with this guy?
I wouldn't just bother him. He's famous. He deserves his piece. I wouldn't just bother him. But say he went to go shake my hand. You were introduced, and I didn't shake his hand.
Would you give him the behind the ear slide? When he went to reach
put my hand up, I would just look at him like you could. But I'll give him I'm not shaking his hand.
What if he went in for a hug?
He wouldn't touch me.
How do you know? He's a loving fellow.
Because I wouldn't. I definitely.
What if he's on ecstasy?
Then we really gonna have a problem. But that's a whole different subject. But
did you hear that the Jets coach?
If he asked me, I'd tell him.
Told Zach Wilson.
He'd be like, why you ain't shake my hand? I'd be like,
you just are fucking on LaDanian Tomlinson. Sorry, are you in love with him?
That thought. No, I just had to finish that thought. And what were you saying about exes?
No, I was saying that the Jets coach told Zach Wilson in the offseason to go read a book and find out what's important to him.
The dumbass Jets coach. You know you had part in drafting him, you dumbass coach.
I know. He's just like, listen, he's still our guy. We just, in the offseason, he needs, take some time to reset, go read a book, figure out what's important to him.
Bro.
That's not what you say.
The one thing I love about Robert Kraft, unlike these other, y'all be holding on for too long. When you understand it's a lost cause, let it go. The money is already spent, bro. You can't get it back. Let the player go.
And there's no way the team has confidence in him.
No one has confidence in him.
The backups that you're starting are winning instead of him.
And send him about his damn way.
So funny. They hope that he joins the Andrew Luck book club and just never comes back.
No, he's gonna be there for his money because he's just that type of dude and cocky. So let him have his money. Let him go be famous in the popular world, messing with blondies and doing that type of thing.
Dude, or do the opposite of Dirty Sanchito, Mark Sanchez, and go from New York to L.A. L.A. sure needs a quarterback. Go on the Rams.
No, they have a quarterback. They have Baker.
You think they're going to stick with that?
They're definitely keeping Baker, buddy.
But for how long?
I don't know. It depends on what type of contract they can get with him because they do still have Stafford under contract.
But that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying
believe
is
they
you
wanna
could
get rid of
trade
him.
across conferences. You can go AFC to NFC. You can go across coasts. You just go, hey, man, you get a restart. We get a couple of picks. And then the Rams take a chance on Jared Goff 2.0.
No one's giving that boy a chance. He doesn't have it up here. It's not that he like on his fields like the lights are out. Like
Yeah.
he's just out there. Like there's
All
no
he's
lights
doing is
on
thinking
in the
about
house.
boning moms. Just,
Maybe that's what it is. Because it's like he's looking in the stands and he's in his own little world, like he's looking at girls in the stands or something. Because the lights look out when he's on the field, man. Like it just looks
yeah,
like
it's like,
the lights on.
you know, when you're playing Madden and you can bring up the play and see all the routes. It's like he keeps trying to push that button and it just keeps coming up blank. He's just like, I don't know where everybody's going to go. He's having a tough time out there.
Definitely.
Oh, well, in the spirit of trying to be timely with this thing, what you watching these days?
I watched you let your wife kick your ass in fantasy football the other day. I did watch that.
Not really, because we're technically in a fantasy football delay because of the Monday night game, because I have two players. Even though I benched, like, I made all the worst moves possible, which is fine. I accept, however, if I win or lose. But the problem is I had Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs on my team. And so while the NFL is sorting out what they're
We're never
doing.
gonna play that game. That game is not getting played.
Well, that's what I'm waiting on, is because I even got email from, I think everybody in Yahoo Fantasy got that same email. Like, look, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. Because here's what I think they might do is they might end up taking whatever the week 18 stats and then just doubling them. And so whatever is week 18 stats for the Bills and Bengals players and defense, they'll just apply that to week 17 as well, which I don't really care for, but I don't know what they're going to do because they got to figure something out during the championship week when a game gets canceled. So once they figure out what they're going to do, and if they're just like, hey, you get the points you get and the game isn't going to be rescheduled, then okay, then I'm a loser. That's what happens. But until they say this is what happens, I'm just kind of like, we're just lying in the lurch here. You know what I mean? I'll accept however it goes down.
The money part,
it just hasn't gone down
as much because you get your money back. No one lost money; everyone gets it back. So, as far as affecting the gambling part of it, I don't think it affects that part of it much at all. Now, as far as like you said, all these apps that just do fantasy football,
right?
How to come up with something,
and that's what I'm more.
What they're gonna do.
Because here's the other thing: is you can put in to buy into a league through Yahoo or all these things for the whole season. So there is money involved in those too through these apps and through these companies. So
yeah, they sent us our money back. I'm in a money league, and because the last game didn't finish, everyone got their money back. That's what I'm telling you on Yahoo that I paid.
Oh, in your
Yahoo.
particular one, because in mine, in another league that I'm in, that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, it was $100 league to play it, and we got an email saying. We got the email first saying that NFL's pausing it. They didn't know what they were going to do.
Yeah.
And then I got an email saying your league is not going to be finished, so we're issuing refunds. And I got my $100 back, and I've been out since week like 10.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I hope that happens in a. I don't know. I was only in 3 leagues, and the one that I paid
but
for.
The commissioner might have had something to do with that. Like,
that's what I think.
To cancel it. I don't know.
They may have given the option.
Yeah.
They may have given the commissioner the option, like, hey, do you want to continue or do you want to just give everybody their money back?
And they couldn't do nothing with the week 18 stuff because that league actually included week 18. So it couldn't like, oh, we're just going to pick up 18 like you said with our league.
Got you.
Like that could happen in our league because week 18 was nothing. So they could be like, oh, well, look. Y'all just gonna have to take the week 18 stats, which we understand, but our week 18 stats actually matter. Championship is 2 weeks, so they get 17, 18 combine them, and that person wins. So with that being the case, I think it was just like, yeah, nah, we ain't gonna agree to that, so everybody get their money back. Like, yes, take the free $100.
Nice, I like that. Yeah, we'll have to see how it shakes out in all the other leagues, like whether it be auto refund or if the commissioner has to do it, or like what in a free league like ours, where we didn't have
They're
anything.
not gonna give a shit.
Yeah, but what? But
Like,
they still have to come up with some form of ruling because it still just says in your fantasy thing like postponed. So
oh, they're
it's
just gonna say this is it. Like the
well,
other
that's what
game
I'm
they
saying, Mike. I'm not jumping to anything. Like let them say it, and then we'll
got.
figure out
Oh yeah,
what
I mean
happens.
they can't if the game is not played, they just can't do nothing about it. As much as they would want to, like
Yeah, but again, if they do something where they attach week 18 stats to week 17, then the game's not over. Is all I'm saying.
oh yeah, you got a couple of days. I mean, because the first game ain't until Saturday, so they got a couple of days to make it.
Yeah, they still have to come down with the figure out how all this is going to shake out. So, with
Which is
fantasy
bullshit.
football delay,
But I kind of like how it's working out, even though it's bullshit that the game is going to be played. I thought the Bengals were going to win, which would have put Kansas City in the 1 seed, which I don't want to happen. So I'm okay with it if they don't play the game. Bills go out, kick the Patriots' ass on Sunday. You keep the 1 seed, and there you go. And there will be 2-3 Bengals, and they'll meet in the second round. And I think the Bengals are going to kick the Chiefs' ass like they've been doing every time they play. And I'm going to be happy because I'm tired of fucking Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, the Chiefs are on the decline. They do. The problem is they have two of the best players in the league on the same side of the ball, and that's hard to stop. But it is pretty. It's kind of as weird as it say. It's kind of getting boring to watch these. Just like, oh, these plays didn't work. This play didn't work. This play didn't work. And then like the last 4 minutes of the first half and the last 6 minutes of the second half, it's exciting. It's like, okay,
I'm just tired of all these new fans.
I don't know what that means. Like just
All
the
these
Chiefs.
new,
Nobody
like,
was Chiefs
someone
fans
gets
forever,
good,
and then now everybody is.
everybody's a fan of them.
Yeah.
Like you got your own team, you've had your own team all this time, but because he's good, now everybody's a fan of him. Or she's good and everybody's a fan of her. Like I just don't like that. I'm a Bulls fan. I like certain players. I like their game. I'm a Bulls fan. You ask me what I like the Bulls and the players on the fucking Bulls. I'm a Cowboys fan. I like the Cowboys and the players on the Cowboys. Do I think other players in the league are good? Yeah. But I ain't talking about them before I talk about the Cowboys. That's my team.
Yeah.
And people will be like, yo, I'm a Commanders fan, but Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the world ever made in history. But, you know, that's just how I see it.
Uh-huh. So what else you watching?
I'm watching, like, I forgot the name of the show. Oh, so Ultimatum came back out, but it's like in a different language.
It's
funny as shit
in
ever.
France.
That shit is pretty funny because the language doesn't equal up, and it never does when people are translating. And they got these like soft ass voices.
So it's a voiceover one?
Yes, too funny. Then they got another show that's like somewhere else too. That's a voiceover. So I've been watching both of those.
The Circle?
Then I watch. Is it The Circle? No, The Circle's in English.
Oh. I just know that they're new episodes I saw, so I was curious if those
I think like
got
2
back
out
on
of
your
him or
radar.
something like that. And then I watch Cook at All Costs on Netflix. I fuck with that show.
Okay.
What else is out? That's about it. I've been watching sports, but I did been watching those 3 shows on Netflix. Man, oh no, I've been watched The Best Man final chapter. I'm not done though on Peacock. Yeah, they had the 2 movies, The Best Man Holiday.
The Best
and now
Man
they have a
Holiday.
miniseries.
And how is it?
It's pretty good.
Really?
Pretty good. Yeah.
I never trust those movies they make into series.
It's a miniseries, only 8 episodes.
Okay.
And
So it's not going to be like a sitcom.
But I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be more because I'm in episode 7 and all of the problems, you know, like all of the shit that's going on, you can't bring it to a head in one episode, I don't believe. So I think they're going to come back with something later. That's just my opinion. But we'll see.
The Best Man on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. I finished Slow Horses, which was pretty good. It was a little anticlimactic for me, but it's like they just immediately rolled into we already have another season to come out. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I enjoy Slow Horses. That was good. 6 episodes a season. It's always nice. There's a new show on Netflix that I'm going to get into called Kaleidoscope. Have you seen this?
I've seen it. I haven't watched it.
Okay. Yeah, it's some heisty thievery type show. I'm always into those. Those are always fun. I saw that 90s show. Did you ever watch that 70s show?
That 90s show?
Yeah.
Was that on Netflix?
Yeah. They brought back the
I didn't see
parents
that.
and they're like fostering the grandkids or something. I don't know. It's super weird. They just crowbarring in old characters to try and make more money. It's fine. I don't care. But I was curious if you watched that 70s show.
I did watch that. That 70s show is a funny show.
Yeah. Even though the guy's a weirdo with the curly hair. Not curly hair. Fuck. Whatever his name was. I was wondering if that was one of those sitcoms that kind of crossed over. And sure enough, it was. Because I figured that was kind of a universally done show. It was very well done. Even though it was a bunch of white kids. It was like, yeah, it's still the 70s.
True.
Everybody loves the 70s, right?
Yeah, but I watched it because they were smoking weed in the circle.
Well, exactly. Crosses in a basement. Crosses all platforms
But
there.
Donna was hot. Don't get me wrong. Hot Donna?
Everybody likes a redheaded chick with big boobs.
Hot Donna.
I saw there's another thing coming out on Netflix. I just did a quick Netflix search, obviously. There's a movie with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy coming out called You People.
You people.
So if those two are in it, I'm going to watch it. It's supposed to be a comedy. So I'll watch it.
Watch it. Jonah and Eddie?
That's coming out at the end of the month, I think. But if I don't put it on my radar now, I won't watch it then. So.
Oh, and I watched the whole season of Last Chance U. I don't think I told you that.
Oh,
yet.
Last Chance U basketball?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Anyway,
Did they get their chance?
Did they get their chance to do what?
To go to the next level? What happened? Was it good?
It's okay. They didn't win.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up. I'm just fucking around with you. Lastly, I guess, are you going to watch the hatchet wielding hitchhiker on Netflix? These assholes, this is why I don't trust people that like documentaries. They make too many of them. Do you remember the guy that was like, smash, smash, smash? That guy that went viral? The homeless guy? Are you paying attention?
Yeah, you said that, but I'm gonna watch the Madoff thing. I don't watch no damn Hatchet, dude.
Do you know the guy I'm talking about?
No, but I'm not watching the show on Netflix either.
I don't know how to crowbar us out of this.
What you say?
Exactly. I was asking you if you knew a guy in particular, and you're like, no, but I'm going to watch the Bernie Madoff one instead. I'm like, that's irrelevant to what I'm...
Do I know the guy who in the Hatchet series? No, I said that. I said, no, I don't know them.
I know. Okay, but then I was trying to get to see if you understood. Like, there was a viral video meme thing years ago where the guy was like, ran up, he's like, yeah, I saw it all. The guy came up and he's like, smash, smash, smash. And it was just some homeless guy. Do you remember this at all?
Yeah, I said I don't know it. I just said
but
that
you never.
3 times,
I know, but the fact is, you keep saying you don't know it before you let me explain it to you. That's what I didn't understand.
I heard you say it the first time when you explained it. You think I'm not paying attention because I'm looking at the agenda at the same time because I have 2 screens. So the agenda is
you don't need to look at the agenda. You look at the agenda before we roll, and then we roll. You don't do it at the end when I'm trying to close us. I need you involved.
Talking, which is why I'm always looking to the side because I need to know what's coming up next. That's the point of having the agenda, correct?
Yeah, but not if you're not being involved in what's present.
I'm being involved, though, because I heard you, and I told you I didn't see the viral clip. But I want to watch the Madoff series on Netflix.
Tell me about that, then.
About.
Make me interested.
I just saw that. You don't know who Bernie Madoff is?
Yeah, tell me why the documentary is interesting.
I haven't seen it yet. I said I want to watch it, so I can't tell you why it's interesting. But I know the story of Bernie Madoff, so I want to watch.
What about that is interesting to you?
What about what is interesting? The story of Bernie Madoff?
Is it his name? Why do you want to watch the documentary? What about him is interesting?
The story of what he did.
Okay,
bro.
so what do you know about it that you find intriguing?
That's why I'm gonna watch the documentary.
So you don't.
If I already knew everything, I wouldn't watch the documentary, Brendan. What is the point of watching the documentary if I knew everything you did already, sir?
Okay, so the unknown is what you're interested in.
That is always what I'm interested in. Otherwise, I'm not gonna watch something I know what happened.
Well, sometimes with documentaries, it's like, oh yeah, I've heard about this story. I know a little bit. I'm intrigued about this and what happened with whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get some. Sometimes it's like trying to extract your feelings is crazy. Whatever information, I'm like, well, what's this? And you're like, I don't know. I just like it. I'm like, okay.
No, I just want to give it a try because I know some of what happened. So
I don't know. Just considering you were so willing to derail my Netflix documentary that I was going to bring up and talk about, I figured maybe you had some substance behind throwing the Bernie Madoff thing in here. Just a wild.
I threw it in there because you asked me, was I going to watch that series? I said no, but I'm going to watch the Madoff series. You see how I threw it in there? It wasn't just
yes.
In
and then so if you're so then tell me why. So instead of us talking about the thing I wanted to talk about, we'll talk about the thing you wanted to talk about, which is Bernie Madoff.
There's nothing to talk about because I haven't watched
it yet.
I just want to watch it.
Christ. Sorry. Basically, it's about how this fucking weird homeless guy who went viral for no good goddamn reason, they made a documentary about the rise and fall of him. It was a fucking homeless guy that they caught say a funny thing once. Not document, like, don't take a crew to follow this guy being homeless. That's all it is. That was more of my point, is that there's no need for a documentary about this fucking guy.
But they made a whole documentary, so it's some substance.
So instead of that one, maybe watch the Bernie Madoff one. That's where we could have come around to it.
Nah, I think I might be a little bit more interested in what the hell did they actually, like, what could this be about if he's just homeless?
It's literally about the fact that he got famous for doing something stupid and being homeless and high or fucked up or drunk or whatever. And then he started to go get interviewed, and people would have to obviously book him or something. So he probably got a little bit of money and then went right back into doing everything he was doing before. It's more of like intervention than anything. They just happened to catch the part where the guy was like going to be on the slight rise. That's it.
I wish he was on the rise because, you know, like the what's the lady name who got famous on the news for saying like the house on fire? Still saying some funny shit. Then they just start booking her for shit, and now she's making a little bit of money. Why couldn't they do this?
That's exactly this. That's exactly what this is. It's when that goes away and they go back to being regular homeless. That's basically all this documentary is.
Dr. Phil is now. She's crazy.
Cash Me Outside chick that makes like fucking $4 million a year.
No, that shit is ridiculous.
I don't even think she shows her cooch on OnlyFans. She has like $4 million or something crazy.
No, she doesn't.
She does?
She doesn't show her cooch. No, she doesn't show her cooch.
Oh, she does not. Yeah, see, that doesn't... I don't get it.
Man, people just want to fucking see her because she's like 18, and these dudes are fucking stupidly infatuated girl who said, "Catch me outside." And if they would have caught her outside, they probably would have beat the shit out of her because she don't think she can fight a fucking lick.
Yeah, she cannot. She cannot. Did you see her? Do you see her ears? Like, I just remember seeing her on Dr. Phil. She's got some big old hoop earrings or what have you. Those earring holes were so tight. She ain't never had an earring yanked on before in her life, man. She ain't never been in a real brawl. Yeah, fuck that. Real chicks from the hood have the ones where there's a line that goes to the bottom of the ear. You're like, what happened there? It's like, got a hoop ripped out. That's what happened. You should see the other bitch. That's the kind of chick you need to watch out for. Not somebody that says something weird. Stupid white girl talking back to her mom. $4 million. She doesn't. I don't think she
She's
does like
rich,
any
so she
weird
don't need
stuff
her
either,
mom.
like foot, nothing. She just
No, she's just pretty. I'll
is a.
give her that.
She
She's
ain't
pretty.
even that pretty. She's a child.
I mean, she's decent looking. She's grown now, so I don't feel bad saying that. She was a child when she first said "Catch Me Outside." She's 19, 18, 19 now. So I can legit say she's a decent looking girl.
All
I
right,
ain't paying to see
top
her.
5 hottest chicks that are barely 18. Go ahead, Mike.
I would never answer that.
Do the Olsen twins still count? I don't know.
They probably are still barely 18 with all the money they got. They probably went back in time or some shit.
I think they're only like 5 years younger than us.
Yeah, they're not much younger than us.
I know, but at the time when you're like 20 and they're 15, that's a huge difference. Well, it was to us because we're not creeps, but I don't know. Maybe not to other people. All right. Well, in honor of the derailment segments that we've had today, it's been fun. And I was thinking about the hatchet wielding hitchhiker. That's crazy, crazy man. That was always high. And I wanted to know the top 5 highest you've ever been.
Top 5 highest I've ever been. First time I ever smoked weed was probably the highest I've ever been.
Really? Because I did not get stoned the first time.
Yeah, probably the highest I've ever been. And then my first time in Cali, I was pretty high then. And then the most recent time I came to Cali when I was outside by myself, and I smoked like 2 back to back because I was just so happy to have Cali weed. That's probably top 3. I've never done anything other than weed though, so
that's fine.
It's all pretty much.
Okay, so like,
and then no.
Okay,
take that back. Cause the highest I ever been was the first time I went to Vegas. I don't know what the hell was in that weed. I was putting blunts out, bro. Like I was so high. So yeah, that's number 1.
Okay.
And then the other 3 or the other 4. I don't have a 5th one, but.
What about any time with edibles?
I don't take edibles.
You have before.
I've taken an edible and it doesn't do anything to me. That's why I don't take them.
Okay, well that's why I was asking. All right, so you got 4.
Yeah.
So like I'll say my first, like the top 5 highest I've ever been would be, I don't remember where it was, but I do specifically remember like my first real blunt rotation where it's not like we're not just passing one around and sharing it. It's like we're rolling and smoking and then we're just, next thing you know, there's like 3 going around. My first real one where it was like an hour later, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can stand up right now. I forgot that I have to do other things than just pass and inhale. Like, oh shit. So that was one of the highest I've ever been. The first time I did a gravity bong.
A gravity bong?
You never done a gravity bong? Yeah, of course.
I've done a regular bong and it was huge. It was huge off the ground where I didn't have to sit down. I could stand up over and do it. But I don't like bongs. It gave me the worst hair.
That's just a big bong. Yeah, gravity bong is where you cut the bottom of a 2-liter out, and then you do it in like a Home Depot bucket you fill with water, or you do it at a pool if you're an idiot. And you have like a small bowl on top, and you use the suction of the water to get like the most extraneous hit. Like, dude, we would get the smoke to be brown. It was so thick because the slower you pull it up, the more drag it is. And you're just getting all of this. Like there's no wasted smoke. Then you pull it up and then you undo the top and then it shoves all the smoke down into your face hole. And you can get really high off very minimal amount of weed. So that's what we did back in the day. So the first time I did a gravity bong, I was like, I realized how small I was in this world. And I was like, oh, okay. When I got back into weed as an adult, the first time I did edibles and didn't know how to do it with the oil and stuff, I'm like, oh, I'm just taking oil for my back. And I'm like, next thing I know, I'm watching Indiana Jones like, this is oddly racist more than I thought. And this guy can swing pretty good. I was like, wow, this is one of the top highest I've ever been. And then we did something back in the day where we smoked out of bongs a lot in high school and we would snap. Did you ever, I mean, you're not a bong guy, but we would snap. We would see if we could snap a gram or like 1 point whatever grams. We would weigh out our weed, stuff it in a bowl, and just roast it and try and snap the entire bowl. Suck all the smoke out to where it just whoosh, nothing was left in the bowl, and then die coughing for the next 15 minutes.
Nope, never did it.
And then I guess like probably one of the more highest times I've been was probably at some point if I took like a sativa edible instead of a indica and was like, uh-oh, we're going on a ride. We're not going to sleep. Like sometimes when you don't expect to be high like that, it's like, oh, now I'm high because I wasn't expecting it. Now I'm way out of bounds. Honorable mentions, the spins, if you mix, if you go to Crossfados, Barbados, Salvia. Salvia gets you high as balls. That's not fun. Don't do that.
I've heard about that. I've had a friend off there. I've never taken it.
And mushrooms. Mushrooms are so much fun.
I heard shrooms are probably the new cleanest high.
It really is, because you don't even have to smoke them. But
except for the fact that it was buried under someone's or cow manure. I'm good on that. So you can have fun with those.
Yeah, if you have the best cow turds, make the best magic mushrooms. But the problem with if you take too much of the magic mushrooms, then things will start to mold and melt. And then it's like, ooh. Then it's hard to maneuver. It's fun, but it's not necessarily that clean high that you're talking about. You're talking about more of a in between a micro dose and a regular dose.
I don't know nothing about it, but educate the people, Brendan. Educate the people.
Know what you're taking before you take it. That's all the education you need. Do your own thing. People. It's your own body. It's your own life. Speaking of which, we've got to get back to ours. Mike, I love you very much. It's been an interesting episode. I enjoy it.
Myself.
We'll get back to some stuff we couldn't get to. Hopefully we'll have some fantasy football resolution as of next week. And
the only resolution going to come of this is Dallas kicked your ass.
That may be the case.
I told you what was going to happen.
Yeah. And look at my bench and look at who I dropped. I made all of the worst decisions.
Don't hear those excuses. You talk
it's not an excuse. I'm actually. Here's the thing. You're saying excusing. You're saying excuses. I'm owning what I did. There's a difference.
You talk shit all year, and guess what?
I still had the best team, and I still made the worst decisions.
And you are still the runner-up. And what did
he
say on?
And I'm fine with that.
What did he say on the what movie is that? With Will Ferrell.
If you ain't first, you're last. And that's not true because technically,
I wanted you to say it.
Technically, you are last. Dax Dingleberry's finished at the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, guess what? We're all in the same place because we're not winners.
Oh, see, that's where you're wrong. Is we don't know what's happening yet. I don't want to keep going down the same road. We wasted. I might go back and clip it out because we spent too much time on it today. Anyway, God damn it! One of these times I want to land softly on the end. Fuck. I love you guys. I love you, Mike. Follow Mike at Black Irish 213. Follow me at Brendan McCorkle Comedy. Follow us at Black Irish Pod. I love you. Go do your thing. Peace out, everybody.
Love you too, my guy. Peace out, my people.